3 trees grew in the forest, and they all lived side by side. And each tree had a different dream, and that dream was his pride. The first tree wanted to be a ship and sail across the sea. A ship to carry kings and queens, a ship for royalty. The second tree wanted to become a chest and carry valuable treasure. Gold, silver, diamonds, pearls, whose worth proved beyond measure. The trees would argue every day over who would be the best. The third tree didn't say too much. He knew that they all were blessed. He said he was content to stay right there, pointing straight up to the sky, letting everybody know the way to God. So he held his limbs up real high. All 3 trees were eventually cut down and taken to the mill. The first 2 trees were happy. Now their dreams they could fulfill. The trees were then made into boards, and the boards were hauled away. The first 2 trees were happy. Their dreams were underway. The first tree did become a boat, but a boat is not a ship. In fact, he was a fishing boat, and he hated every trip. He wanted to carry kings and queens and sail across the sea, but instead he carried stinking fish, as smelly as a boat could be. The second tree became a chest, but he didn't carry jewels. In fact, he became a feeding trough that was used to feed the mules. He was certainly disappointed. In a dirty, stinking stable with animal droppings all around, he'd leave if he was able. The third tree never did complain, and he isn't complaining now. They cut him down just like the other 2, but his dream came true somehow. They made him into crosses, and he still points the way to God. In fact, the cross is the only way to God. Now, didn't that turn out odd? Nothing has pointed more people to God than the symbol of the cross. That little tree received his dream when he thought that everything was lost. And even though he's been cut down, he now will live forever. His dream will live forever too, because the cross will perish never. And that fishing boat was also used to carry royalty, because Jesus preached from out of that boat by the Sea of Galilee. And that tree that wanted to be a chest and carry precious jewels carried the baby Jesus as a manger used to feed the mules. You may not get the things you want the way you thought you would, but trust in God, it will all work out in the end for everybody's good. BlindTony1016 @gmail.com.